just discussed about data types. Okay, char and varchar too. Okay, so char is for char and varchar two for character fields, but char is recommended for fixed length. Varchar two is recommended for variable length. But varchar two allows up to 4,000. You want to store more than 4,000. There are two types. One is long, another one glob. Long allows up to 2 GB. Glob allows up to 4 GB. And for storing, Unicode characters. For storing characters of other languages, Oracle is given nchar, nvarchar2, nglob. Nchar is for fixed length, nvarchar2 is for variable length, nglob allows up to 4 GB. Okay, so all these types are for character types. For numeric, Oracle is given number P, next number P comma S. Number P is for what? Integers. Number P comma S is for floats. And also there is one more binary float and binary double. Okay, next one, date, date. Okay, date. So date is for what? Date allows dates. Allows dates in what form? DD, MON, YY. Either YY or 4Ys. So if the year belongs to current century, last two digits enough. If the year belongs to current century, last two digits enough. If year belongs to previous centuries, better to enter with what? 4 digits. Okay, next. Then there is one more. What is that? Is timestamp. Okay, then timestamp. So timestamp. What is timestamp? Timestamp allows date, time, and also milliseconds. Timestamp allows date, time, and also milliseconds. Okay, timestamp allows date, time, and also milliseconds. Okay, then what is the difference between date and timestamp is? Okay, na? What is the difference between date and timestamp? Date allows what? Date. Date allows date and time. Date also allows time. Even though data type is date, but it also allows time. But timestamp allows what? Date, time, and also milliseconds. If you want to store with milliseconds, then use timestamp. Milliseconds is not important, then use what? Milliseconds is important, then use timestamp. Milliseconds is not important, then use date. Okay. Sometimes when you want to measure the performance, you want to measure the performance of two players. They are playing chess game. The players are playing what? Chess game. So in chess game, the milliseconds is also what? Important. Okay. So where milliseconds is important, then use timestamp. Then T, next what? Timestamp. You declare this as example. You declare like this, T timestamp. Okay. Then so now how you enter? You enter timestamp like this. Suppose 26 today, March 24. Now the time is what? 9:24:20.123. Something like this. Then tell me what is this is? Date. What is this is? Time. What is this is? Milliseconds. This is date. This is time. This is milliseconds. So if milliseconds is also important, then you can use timestamp. And once again, milliseconds and time zone allows date time and also milliseconds and time zone. Time zone. Okay, then time zone. Like something like plus 530. Plus 530. You know what is plus 530? Plus 530 is what's it? TZ. TZ. TZ means time zone. India's time zone is plus 530. India's time zone is what? Plus 530. Based on GMT. You know GMT? Greenwich Mean Time. GMT. Greenwich Mean Time. Based on GMT, India's time zone is plus 530. Okay, then. Sir, London time zone is 0. London time zone is 0. Okay, London time zone is 0. Suppose in India, okay, time is 6 p.m. Time is 6:30. What is the time in London? In India, London time zone is 0 because London is there on GMT line, Greenwich Mean Time line. London city is there on GMT line. So London time zone is 0. And if India time is 6:30, what is the time in London? Minus 5:30. 6:30 minus 5:30. What? 1 p.m. Okay, now? Here if it is 6:30, 6:30 p.m., then there it is 1 p.m. Okay, minus 5:30. Then okay, that's all. So this is the only difference between date and what's it? Timestamp. But they're there, but regularly what data types we use? Regularly we use what? Varchar. Next one, numeric. Next one, date. So that regularly we use the types. So, but they're used in, okay, na? Then. So regularly we don't use, but if required, you can use timestamp. Okay, next. What the next one is? Binary types. Binary types. Binary types. Then. So what for binary types? Okay, what for binary types? Binary types are used for storing, okay, multimedia objects like what? Audio, video, images. Binary types are used for storing multimedia objects like audio, video, images. Multimedia objects like audio, video, images. Then, okay, now, like, let's see example. Sorry. And Oracle supports two binary types. Oracle supports two binary types. One is what? B file, another one B log. Oracle supports two binary types, B file and B log. Okay. In Oracle, not only we can store what? Numbers, characters, dates. Not only we can store numbers, characters, dates. We can also store in database. We can also store what? We can store audio. We can store video. We can store images. Okay, Oracle is not only for storing numbers, dates, characters. It can also store multimedia objects like audio, video, images. We can store photograph. We can store customer photograph in database. Bank stores customer photograph or not? Yes. Bank stores signature, customer signature. Signature is not what? Signature is not string. Signature is not text. Signature is what? Image. So bank stores signature. Bank stores customer photograph. We can store speech. Speech given by a person. We can store that speech in database. We can store movie. We can store movie in what? Database. Okay. Oracle support these types also. For storing these types, Oracle is given two data types. One is what? B file. Another one, B log. What is B file stands for? Binary file log. What is log means? Log means large object. B log stands for binary large object. So there are two types. One is B file, one is B log. And both are used for storing what? Audio, video, images. Then, okay, now, okay, what is the difference between these two? Okay, na? Then, what is the difference between these two? So when we use B file, when we use B log, okay, just listen this, then suppose, just a minute. Ah, just see this. See, for example, this is the image. This is the image. Okay. So this image is there in some folder, D drive. In D drive, there is a folder ABC. In that folder, there is a file x.jpg. You know, na? Huh? Image is there in a folder. D drive, ABC folder. In that, there is a file x.jpg. That x.jpg contains a image. So then, this is the image. Okay. This is the image. And this is what? Database. This is the database. So suppose if I use B file, I'm using B file. If we use B file, image is not stored in database. If you use B file, image is not stored in database. What is stored in database is path. This path is stored in database. Understood or not? If we use B file, image is not stored in database. What is stored in database? Path. The D colon ABC X dot JPG, that path is stored in database. The actual image is stored outside the database, but database stores what's that? Path. Understood or not? Then next, suppose then once again, if I use B log, I'm using B log. Okay. If I use B log, then this is image. This is the image. Then what this is? This is what's it? Image. Then this is what? Database. This is the database. Then, so if we use what? If we use blog, what happens is this image is stored in what's it? Image is stored in what? Database. If you use B file, image is not stored. What is stored? Path is stored. If you use blog, image is stored in database. Then that you have to decide whether you want to store the path or you want to store the image. If you want to store path, then take B file. You want to store image, then use blog. Okay. So how you decide, on what basis you decide B file or B lob? Okay, now on what basis you decide whether to use B file or B lob? Uh, uh, if you use B file, uh, 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 Yes. No, file formats can be anything. It's not based on file format. See, how you decide only one. What that is? Security is required or not? You don't want security, then use. You don't want security, use B file. Because something is not stored in database. If it is not stored in database, means it is not secure. Understood or not? So here it is storing only path. B file stores only the path. Image is not stored in database. Image is stored outside the database. Outside the database means it is not secure. But in case of BLOB, image is stored inside the database. Something is stored in database means it is secure. Not everyone can access. Yes or no? Then okay. So on what basis you decide? Security. Security is required or not required? Not required. Then B file. Security is must. Then BLOB. That's okay. Then so like let's see 1 second. B file is called external log. B file is called external log because B file is called external log because log stored where the log is stored, outside database, and database stores what's that? Path. Database stores path. Okay. Then blob. What is blob is called? Blob is called what? Blob is called internal log. Blob is called internal log because log stored what? Inside database. Log stored inside the database. Okay. Then use B file if security is not required. Security is not required. And use blob. Use blob if security is required. Security is required. If you want security, use blob. We'll see that also, how to store images. Okay, then we'll see. Everything we'll see. That's how. So this is about what's the data types. And what the size can be: audio, video, images, storing multimedia objects like audio, video, images up to what's that 4 GB. What the size can be? The size can be up to 4 GB. So big. That's why they are called large objects. Why they are called large? Why they are called large objects? Because they take use memory. They take what? Use memory. That's why they are called large objects. It allows up to 4 GB. The size can be up to 4 GB. Okay. Then. Okay. That's so these are the different data types in Oracle. Okay. Now. Sir, clear now? Then. Okay. Now. Next one. Now let's see what. Let's see creating what tables. Creating tables in okay database. Okay, now creating tables. And so creating tables in database. What? So what is the command you have to write? You have to write this command. What is this is create table, what table name? Create table name, brackets, column name, data type, size. Next one, column name, data type, size. Then, so this is the syntax for creating what's it? Tables. And so, every command, SQL command should end with what? Semicolon. And commands are not case sensitive. You can type commands uppercase or lowercase. Commands are not case sensitive. Okay, then. So, now. So this is the syntax for creating table. Create table, table name, column name, data type, size. Column name, data type, size. So every column is declared with what? Data type. You create the tables. Okay. Next. Then, and you need to follow that. You follow some, there are some rules for creating the tables. Okay. There are some rules for creating the tables. One rule is, okay, there are some rules for creating the table. One rule is name should start. What name? Name, table name plus column name, any name. Okay. Then name should start with alphabet. Name should start with alphabet. The name, table name and column name, the name should start with alphabet. Then next, name should not contain what? Spaces and special characters. The name should not contain spaces and special characters, but allows underscore, dollar, hash. These three characters are allowed, but allows three characters. Name should not contain spaces and special characters, but allows underscore, dollar, hash. Three, then. Three. Next. Name can be, okay, na? Name can be up to 128 characters. Name can be up to 128 characters. Okay, then name can be up to 128 characters. Then next, and table can have 1,000 columns. The table can have 1,000 columns. How many columns allowed per table? Table means rows and columns now. How many columns? 1,000, like, okay. So number of columns per table is what? Maximum 1,000 columns. Number of rows. Okay. Number of rows. Na, row and column. Okay. Then, so once again, see, for example, this is the table. Suppose let's say customer table, customer ID, customer name, customer address. Then tell me what is this is. What are these? Columns. Customer ID is one column. Name is one column. Address is one column. What is this is? Suppose 100 name, address. What is this is? This is what? Row. This is row. So this is the row. Okay. So this is columns. How many columns allowed? How many columns? 1000 columns. Here rows, this is the row. How many rows allowed? The number of rows, okay? Number of rows what? Unlimited. Number of rows what? Unlimited. There is no limit for rows. There is a limit for what? Columns. Then, okay. So in customer table, how many customers data we can store? In customer table, how many customers data we can store? Unlimited customers data. In employee table, how many employees data we can store? Unlimited employees. There is no limit for rows. There is a limit for columns. Okay. Then, so these are the rules you need to follow while creating table. Suppose, for example, the table name is 123 EMP. Just table name. The table name I have taken 123 EMP. Valida, invalida. Name is, this name is valid or invalid? Invalid. Because what the rule? Name should start with alphabet. So this name is invalid. Suppose the name is EMP space 123. EMP space 123. Invalid. Okay. So name should not contain spaces. So name is EMP star 123. This is invalid. Name EMP underscore 123. Valid. Underscore is allowed. So these three characters are allowed. Underscore, dollar, hash. Other than these three characters, spaces are not allowed. Okay. Then. Okay. So 123 EMP. So it is starting with digit. It's not allowed. This contains space. Not allowed. This contains what? Special character. Star. Not allowed. Underscore. Underscore is allowed. Okay. Then. Okay. Okay. Then now let's see example. Let's see one example. Okay. Let's see the example. Suppose then, for example, create table with following structure. Okay. Create table with following structure. So I want to create a table with this structure. What is EMP? EMP ID, e-name, next one, job, next one, salary, next one, hide date, then DNO. I want to create a table with this structure. EMP, EMP ID, e-name, job, salary, hide date, DNO. So hide date means employee. I want to create a table for storing employees data. I want to create a table for storing employees data. So I want to store hide date. Hide date means join date. DNO means department. Employee belongs to which department? So the department code. Okay. Then now let's see example. Then create table. Okay. Create table EMP. So just follow the syntax. Create table EMP. EMP ID. So every column is declared with what? Data type and size. So what is the data type of EMP ID? Okay. Na? So what is employee IDs are what? Suppose employee IDs are numeric. What company says IDs are numeric? Then use what? Number. Use what? Number. Okay. So and they're integers. They're not float. Employee IDs are not float. Employee IDs are integers. Then 4. So EMP ID number 4. What is 4? What is this 4? Size. What is the size 4 means? What is the size 4 means? The size 4 means the number of what's that digits. The number of what's that digits. How many digits number is allowed? Maximum 4 digits number is allowed. Maximum 4, not compulsory 4. Okay. Next one. Next one. E-name. So e-name is what? Character type. But is it fixed length or variable length? Variable length. So for variable length, use what? Varchar. Varchar to 10. Next one. What is the next? Job. Job is what type? Job is character type. Okay. So job is also variable length. So I use varchar to 10. Next one. Salary. Salary. Salary is what type? Numeric type. Salary is what type? Numeric type. But salary is integer or float? Float. If it is float, then use number p comma s. Then so I use number 7 comma 2. You know what is 7? What is 2? 7 is what? Total number of digits, and 2 is number of digits after decimal. Before decimal, how many digits? 5 digits. Next one. Height date. Height date is what? Height date. What do you want to store? Date. I want to store date. So is milliseconds is important? Actually, time is also not important. Just date is enough. Yes or no? Which data type you recommend? Date. Next one. What the next one is? DNO. DNO. So here I want to store the employee belongs to which department. So in company, there are 4 departments. Okay. Their codes are 10, 20, 30, 40. In company, there are 4 departments. One is HR department, another one IT department, another one sales department, another one accounts department. Suppose there are 4 departments, their codes 10, 20, 30, 40. Then what data type you recommend? Number what? Number 2. 10, 20, 30, 40. How many digits? 2 digits. That's all. So bracket close, semicolon. Okay, then. Okay. Now. Okay. Second. Okay. Okay, na? Just see this then. So what I'm doing is I'm just executing this command. Okay. I'm executing this command. But if you want to practice this, first what you need to install in your system. Okay. Then. So now run this command. So semicolon, press enter. Okay. So I typed the command in what? Then I typed the command in what? Notepad. For your notes, I'm typing the command in Notepad and I'll copy command, paste it in SQL plus and execute the command. Okay. So copy this command, then paste it in what? SQL plus. CLSCR means clear screen. Okay. Clear screen. Then now run this command. Copy, paste, right click. When you right click, then paste it. So semicolon, press enter. When you press enter, this command is sent to, when you press enter, this command is sent to Oracle. Oracle will execute this command and it gives response. So you send queries to Oracle. Oracle will execute the queries and gives response to the user. That's all. Every day, this is the everyday practice is this. Send queries to Oracle. Oracle execute the queries and send response. Now, semicolon. What it says, the table is what's it? Created. Okay, na? A table is created. But a new table is created. And the table is created with this. Table is created with this structure. What is this is called? This is called what? Okay, na? Then what is this command is created? The above command created what? Table structure. Table structure. You can call it as table structure. You can call it as what? Okay. You can call it as meta data. So what are the different names? You can call it as table structure. You can call it as table metadata, or you can call it as table definition. The above command created table structure, table metadata, table definition. Then, okay, then what this includes? What that includes? That includes what? What this structure includes? That structure includes what? Columns. Next one. Not rows. Yeah, this is the structure. This is called structure. And the structure includes columns. Next one. Data type and what? Size. The command is created table structure. Table structure is created. What the table structure includes? The table structure includes what's it? Columns, data type, size. Then understood. Then before you store the data, what Oracle requires, you want to store employees data. So before you store employees data, first what you need to create, what's it? Definition. Before you store the data, first you need to create what? Definition. So without definition, Oracle will not accept the data. Okay, like suppose you want to store 100, name is what? ABC. Suppose job is clerk, salary is 4,000, some height date, department number is 20. You want to store this data. Before you store the data, you must tell Oracle what is 100, what is ABC, what is clerk. Without knowing this, without telling that, so it doesn't store the data. So before you store the data, first you need to create what's it? Table structure, table definition. Without definition, Oracle will not accept the data. So that's why you created the definition. Okay. Then now what is ready? Definition is ready. Now we can store the data or not? Yes. And today you created the definition. After some days, I don't remember this structure. I don't remember what the size declared for salary. I don't remember what the data type declared for job. I don't remember what the name declared for what the column names. Okay. So I don't remember the structure. I want to see the structure. To see the structure of the table, one command is there. What that command is? DESC. One command is there. What that is? DESC. What is DESC stands for? DESC stands for describe. Then what is DESC stands for? Describe. What for describe? Describe is for command to see the structure of the table. Okay. Command to see the structure of the table. So today you created the structure. After some days, you don't remember what are the columns, what is the size, what is the data type. You don't remember this structure. How to see the structure of the table? By using this command, DESC. Then what? Describe. So how to use this command? What the syntax is? Describe what? Table name. Describe table name. Describe table name. Then example. Let's see. Example. Then example. Describe what? Example. Describe which table you want to see. What is the table name? EMP. Describe EMP. I want to see EMP table structure. Okay. I want to see EMP table structure. So describe EMP. Then now, so execute this command. Okay. Then, so when you run this command, what this command is showing? This command is showing what's it? What this is? What this is called? Structure of the table. What the structure includes? Columns, data type, size. Okay. Then, so what is the column? Columns list. What is the data type? Suppose job data type, varchar to 10. Okay. Then, so whenever you want to see the structure of the table, just execute this command, describe command. Okay. Now, then, but what is this null? We'll see later. Okay. What is this null? We'll see later. Then you'll understand what is this null is later. Okay. Now, set table is ready. Now, what I want is I want to insert the data into the table. Okay. Then what do you want? I want to insert the data into table. Okay. Then how to insert? What? Inserting data into table. Sir, with create command, what you created? With create table command, what you created? Created table with columns. The table is created with what? Columns. But what is table means? Table means rows and columns. Now columns are created. Next we are creating what? Rows. Okay. So inserting data into table. Then now, what is the command we use? What command we use? Insert. Insert command is used to insert data. Data means what's that? Row. Insert command is used to insert data into the table. So with create table command, you created the columns. With insert command, we create what? Rows. Now, and using insert command, we can insert what? We can insert what? Single row, and we can insert what? Multiple rows. With insert command, we can insert single row, or we can insert what? Multiple rows. First, let's see inserting single row. Next, we'll see inserting multiple rows. So table is created with columns. Now we are creating rows. Then, so first we'll see inserting what? Single row. Okay. Then, so inserting single row. Inserting single row. Then, so what is the syntax is? Syntax is insert into what? Table name. Table name values. What the row contains? Row. Row contains what? What is this mass? What is this is called? Row. What is this row contains? Values. Value for ID, value for name, value for address. The row contains values. Okay. Then insert into table values, value 1, value 2, value 3, so on. insert into table name, values, value 1, value 2, value 3, so on. Then okay, now like examples. Okay, then so yeah, the first value is inserted into the first value. The first value is inserted into uh, first value. First value is inserted into first field. First value is inserted into first field. What is the first field? EMP ID. And the second value is inserted into second field. What is the second field? Name. And third value is inserted into third field. What is the third field? Job. Like this. So how you give the values then? So the first value is inserted into first field, second value inserted into second field, third value is inserted into third field. In whichever the order you declared the columns, in same order you give the values. In whichever the order you declare the columns in table, in same order you give the values. Value for ID, value for name, value for job, value for salary, value for hide date, value for department number. But one point is, sir, characters and date should be in single quotes. Character value, date value should be in what? Single quotes. In Java, strings are in what? Double quotes. But in Oracle, so the string should be in what? Single quotes. Two must be in single quotes. Character plus date, date value. So these two values should be in single quotes. Okay. Then now let's take example. Then suppose insert into what is the table name? EMP. Next one, values. Insert into EMP values. Into which table you are inserting values? First one, value for ID. That is numeric character. Numeric. Just type 100. Next one. What is the next one? What is the next one? Name. Name. Name is what type? Character type. So character value should be in single quotes. In single quotes, I'm giving the name Sachin. Okay. What is the next one? What is the next one? Job. Job is also what type? Character type. Should be in single quotes. Suppose I'm giving the job clerk. What is the next one? Salary. Salary is what? Numeric. Suppose I'm giving salary 5,000. Okay. 5,000. Yes or no? You enter 5,000. 5,000 accepted or not accepted? Accepted. You declared 7, 2. 7, 2. 5,000 accepted or not accepted? Accepted. Okay. Then comma. What is the next one? Hide date. Hide date. Hide date also should be in single quotes because hide date also contains characters. Na? So it should be in single quotes. Yeah. In single quotes, give the hide date. But when you are giving the hide date, you have to follow the format. What is the format? DDMONYY. I want to give today's date. I want to give today's date. Then 26 hyphen. Then MAR. Next one 24. I enter 24, but Oracle stores 2024. You enter 24, but it stores 2024. Okay. Then next one, comma, department number. Suppose this employee belongs to one department. The department code is 20. The department code is 20. Then. So this employee belongs to one department. The department code is 20. Then. Okay. Now let's see. So suppose what then? For example, then I want to run this command. Then I want to run this command. Then what? Copy this command. Copy this command. Then paste it here. Paste it here. Semicolon. Press enter. Okay. Then what it says? One row created. One row created. Now see the table. Okay. I want to show the table. But you just ignore this command because we'll discuss this command later. What that command is? select star from what EMP? Select star from EMP. What is select star from EMP? Select star from EMP will show the data, table data. Then you see this. One row is created or not? Yes. Okay. Then see, ID is inserted into 100. This value 100 is inserted into EMP ID. The Sachin is inserted into e-name. And this clerk is inserted into job. And 5,000 is inserted into salary. 26 March 24. Next 20 is inserted into DNBO. We'll discuss this command separately. Okay. Then just first let me complete insert. Okay. Na? Then understood? Now. So this is how to insert what, sir? Row. How to insert the row into the table. So with insert command, what you created? With insert command, what you created? Row. With create table command, what you created? Columns. Create table command creates columns. Insert command creates what, sir? Row. Okay. Then next one. Let's see. I want to insert one more row. Just see this. I want to insert one more row. Insert into EMP values. Next one, 101, 101. Name. Okay. Na? I want to give the name. Suppose some name. Okay. Then some name. What the next one is? Job. Some job. Job is what's it? Manager. Next one, salary. What the salary is? 8,000. Okay. Salary is 8,000. What are the next one? Hide date. Hide date. But I want to give today's date. I want to give today's date. But to give today's date, no need to type 26 March 24. Just simply you can say sys date. Simply you can say sys date. What is sys date means? Today's date, current date, system date is taken. What is the system date? System date. You see the system date. System date is what's it? 26 March. Okay, na? The system date is 26 March 2024. Whatever the system date, that system date is inserted into table. What is sys date? Sys date is a okay, na? See, system date. Sys date is system date. But what is sys date is? Sys date is a date variable. Sys date is a date variable. But this variable is not declared by user. This is predefined variable. What is sys date is? Sys date is a predefined variable. Okay. In programming languages, you declare constant pi equal to 3.14 something. Yes or no? Okay, na? Like that sys date is a constant variable. So what that variable? That variable gives what? Today's date. The sys date variable gives today's date. Then don't keep sys date in single quotes. Don't keep sys date in single quotes. Okay, na? If you keep sys date in single quote, then sys date becomes what? Sir, here, be clear. What should be single quotes? Date value should be single quotes. Date value should be single quotes. But sys date is date value, not date variable. Date variable. It's not date value. If you give the value, then value should be single quotes. But you are not giving the value. You are using the variable. So the variable should not be in single quotes. Yes or no? Okay. Then, sir, in programming, same. In programming, you declare a variable integer a 10. SOP. Suppose double quotes a. Then what is printed? SOP prints a. What is printed? A is printed. A value is printed. A is in double quotes. What is printed? A is printed, not a value. Suppose if you print like this, then a value is printed. Same thing. So always variables should not be in single quotes, double quotes. Yes or no? Okay. Then next one. Department number, suppose 10. So let me execute this command. Insert 10. Okay. Then. So execute this command. Then one row created. One row created. Now see the table. What? Select what? Start from EMP. See the table. Now, how many rows? 2 rows. How many rows you created? 2 rows. Every time execute insert command, a new row is created. Whenever you execute insert command, a new row is created. Okay, then next. Sir, here, where these rows are inserted, then you executed insert command. So these 2 rows are inserted into table, but where these 2 rows are inserted into, okay, database, then. So in the beginning, see what I said, like there is a server, there is a server, inside the server, there is what? Instance is there. There is a what? Database. What is this is? Database. What is this is? Instance. This is instance. Okay. So then you executed insert command. When you execute the insert command, the rows are inserted. At present, where these 2 rows are saved? Where these 2 rows are saved? Instance. These 2 rows are saved in instance. Is it permanent? Not permanent, because where instance is created, instance is created in RAM. Database is created in hard disk. So instance is temporary storage. Database is permanent storage. At present, your data is stored in what? Instance, temporary storage. This is not permanent. Then what you have to do? Save it. Save. Once you save, then this data is copied to what? Database. When you save, this data is copied to database. At present, this data is saved in instance. You save it. After saving, this data is copied to database. Once data is copied to database, your data is what, sir? Permanent. Yes or no? Okay, na? Then at present, they are saved in instance. Suppose if system is shut down, after inserting, system is what, sir? Shut down. So this data is saved or not saved? Not saved. The data will be gone. So that's why save this. How to save? How to save? How to save this? To save this, execute a command called commit. Execute a command called what? Commit. You want to save the changes, execute what? Commit. You want to cancel the changes, execute what? Rollback. There are 2 commands, commit and rollback. Control S, control Z. Commit is like control S. Rollback is like control Z. So save the changes, commit, cancel the changes, rollback. Now, so let's see then. What is the point here? The above insert commands inserted data into instance, that is RAM. Above insert commands inserted data into instance RAM. Into RAM, instance RAM. Next one. To save these operations, okay, to save this data, execute what? Commit command. To save the changes, to save the data, execute what? Commit. Once commit is executed, so the operations are what? Saved. Okay, then. Okay, so now execute what? Commit. Execute commit. Once you execute commit, so this data is what, sir? Permanent. Tomorrow, if you come and see the this one, will you see the data or not? Tomorrow, if you come and see the table, will you find this data? Yes. Now it is permanent. Okay. Then, but it with one insert command. Okay. Then understood? Huh? Any doubts yet? So like with one insert command, how many rows you inserted? With one insert command, how many rows you inserted? One row. One insert command inserted how many rows? One row. But today, suppose 20 employees joined. 20 employees joined today. I want to insert all the 20 employees data. Evening 5 o'clock, I want to insert all the 20 employees data into database. So when we insert, when new employee joins, we insert now. When new employee joins in the company, we insert the employee data. But today 20 employees join. I want to insert all the 20 employees data. Okay. So then how many times you have to type this insert command? 20 times. But instead of typing this insert command 20 times, you can write once, but you can execute 20 times. Right? Once. Write the command once, execute the command what's it 20 times. Then how? Okay. Then. So now let's see inserting what? Multiple rows. Then the previous one is inserting single row. Now let's insert what? Multiple rows. Then okay. Then so what we can do, we can execute insert command multiple times with different values. We can execute insert command multiple times with different values by using variables prefixed with ampersand. We can execute insert command multiple times with different values by using variables prefixed with ampersand. Okay, then example. So what I'm giving is I'm giving different ways to insert the data. One method is single row. Another method is multiple rows. Okay, then. So I want to type this command once, but I want to execute this command multiple times. Then how insert into what the table is EMP values. Earlier, you given values now. Here you given what, sir? Values. You given directly, you given the values. Yes. Now, because I want to use this command number of times, I want to execute this command number of times. To execute this command number of times, don't give the values, use variables. Use what? Variables. Understood or not? So, in the previous examples, you directly given the values. If you directly give the values, can you reuse this command? Can we reuse this command? No. So then that's why don't give the values. Instead of giving the values, use what? Variables. If we use variables, you can reuse. If we give the values, you cannot reuse. Use variables. But in Oracle, the variables are prefixed with what? Ampersand. Variables are prefixed with ampersand. So ampersand emp and ampersand what? E-name. Ampersand job. Ampersand salary. Ampersand hide date. Ampersand DNO. So then don't give the values, use variables. Variables are prefixed with what? Ampersand. You'll understand the advantage. So what is the advantage of this? Okay, then. So insert into EMP values, ampersand EMPNO, ampersand ename, ampersand job, ampersand sal, ampersand hide date, ampersand DNO. Okay, then. Okay. So let me run this. Okay, let me run this then. Now see the difference. Okay, see the difference now. So like I'm using ampersand. Now run this command. What it is asking? Enter value for EMP-NO 102. 102. Ampersand EMP-NO is replaced with how much? Enter value for employee number. It is asking value for employee number. You entered 102. Ampersand EMP-NO is replaced with how much? 102. This is the variable now. This variable is replaced with what? 102. This is replaced with 102. Next one, asking value for what? Name. Suppose I am giving some name. Okay, I am giving some name, Ravi. But name should be in single quotes now. So then ampersand e name is replaced with what? Ravi. Next one, asking for job. Suppose the job is what's that? Analyst. Okay, the job is analyst. So analyst is also single quotes. Okay, then so ampersand job is replaced with what? Analyst. Next one, asking salary. Okay, then so then see this is the command. Then asking for employee number. What this is? 102. 102. What the name is? Ravi. What the job is? Analyst. What is the salary? Suppose something 6,000. Height date. I want to give today's date. Then sys date. So sys date. Okay. Or you want to give some date, you can also give some date. Suppose I'm giving the date. Suppose 2020. Sorry. 0. Okay. 10. For example, April 2020. 20. 20 means 2020. What the next one is? Department number. Suppose department number is some 30. What happens? What it is saying? One row created. One row created. But actually, what is your aim? Why you are using ampersand? Because you want to insert multiple rows. But how many rows inserted? One row. I want to insert one more row. No need to type this command. No need to type this command. Okay. So instead of typing this command, simply give forward slash. If you give forward slash, what happens is previous command is what's it? Re-executed. If you give forward slash, previous command is what? Re-executed. What is the previous command? This command. What is that is? Ampersand EMP-NO ampersand what? Ampersand e name. Next one, ampersand what? Job. So this is the previous command. The previous command is re-executed. Understood? Again, it will ask what? Again, it is asking employee number. That is what? 103. Asking the name. Okay. Some name. Suppose some name. Rahul. Asking the job. Suppose job is clerk. Asking salary. Salary is what? 4,000. Asking what? Height date. Height date is like okay. So 15th what? 15th suppose then Feb 15th Feb 2021. Okay. Next one. Asking for department number 10. One row created. So how many times you type the command? How many times you type the command? How many times you type the command? One time. But how many times you are executing the command? Multiple times. Writing the command once, but executing command what's it? Multiple times. How this is possible? This is possible by using this what's it? Ampersand. Understood? And so then it is like this. Okay. That's sir. Okay now. This one. Then. Oh. Now you inserted the rows. Okay. Now, so see the table. What is the table? Select start from EMP. See the table, select start from EMP. So total how many rows? 4 rows. 4 rows created. Yes. But the last 2 rows are what? 102, 103. Where these 2 rows are saved? Sir, actually, first don't see, like don't confuse. First you inserted 2 rows. These 2 rows are saved in RAM. Next you executed what? You executed what? Commit. You executed commit. When this commit is executed, these 2 rows are copied to database. Yes or no? First you inserted 2 rows. After that you executed the commit. These 2 rows are copied to database. After commit, next again you inserted 2 rows. But at present where these 2 rows are saved? Instance, RAM. These 2 rows are saved in RAM. Okay. Saved or not saved? Saved in RAM, not permanent. Yes or no? Then again you want to make it permanent. Then execute what? Commit. Execute commit. When you execute commit, then this is permanently stored in database. Okay. Select start from EMP. Understood or not? Then. So remember, after inserting the data, so don't forget to commit. Okay. Then. Understood? Now. Okay. Then. Now. So suppose like, you understood now difference? Sir, this one, what is this is? This will insert when we use ampersand, when we don't use ampersand, when we use ampersand, when ampersand is required, when ampersand is not required. Huh? You want to insert single row, then ampersand is not required. You want to insert multiple rows. So better to use what? Ampersand. So what you are doing? Writing the command once, but executing the command multiple times. How to execute the command multiple times? By giving forward slash. What is forward slash means? When you give forward slash, what happens is the previous command is what? Re-executed. What the previous command? The previous command is what? Insert command. The insert command is re-executed. Okay. Then. Okay. Then. Sir, see this. Suppose, for example, just listen. Okay. Insert into EMP. Insert into EMP values 104. Name is suppose what? Like something Arun. Okay. Then what the next one is? Job. So job is what? For example, manager. Salary is what? Some 9,000. Height date is what? Like 05th October. Okay. 2019. Next one. Department number is what? 20. Suppose I'm inserting the row. Okay. After inserting the row, I don't do any commit. Then simply exit. Exit. Exit means logout. Exit means logout. Okay. Then, so tell me this row is saved or not saved? Huh? Not saved. Let us test. So exit. Okay. Then again, what? Again, open SQL. Again, open SQL. Then actually, then change the system. Okay. Then, so then sysdba. Then what the table is? Huh? EMP. Select star from what? EMP. The row is saved or not saved? Saved. But you said what? Not saved. But it is saved. What is the meaning exit? When you type exit, what happens? Exit means logout. But when you exit, before logout, what Oracle is doing? Saving the changes. Whatever the changes are made, the changes are what, sir? Saved. Then exit. Okay, na? First it is what? First it is saving the changes. Sir, you know, na? Sir, file exit. Suppose if I say file exit, then what it is saying in Notepad? If I say file exit, then what it is asking? Do you want to save the changes? Then you say yes. Then what happens? First it will save the changes. Then it will Notepad, boss. It is in Notepad. In Notepad, if you say file exit, that means first it will save the changes, then it will exit. Yes or no? Similarly, in SQL also, if you type exit command, first it will save. First it will save, then exit. Okay. Then so now let's see this. Suppose I'll insert one more row. Insert into EMP values 105. EMP values 105. Suppose some name. Okay. Some name Vijay. Some job. Suppose analyst. Some salary. Okay. 7,000. Some hide date. Hide date is his date. Department number is what, sir? 20. Suppose inserted. Okay. After inserting, then I close this window. Okay. Na? Close the window. You know, na? What is this? If you close the window, also log out now. Yes or no? So I close the window. If you close the window, but this new row is inserted, saved, not saved. Okay. Then I inserted a row 105. 105 row is inserted, but I'm closing the window. Again, open. Again, open. Then again, open this SQL. Okay. Then so what? Like see this. Now select star from what? EMP. You see this. 105 saved or not saved? Not saved. If you close the window, it's not saving. If you type exit, saved. Then tell me what? See, typing exit command is what? Typing exit command is normal exit or abnormal exit? Typing exit command is normal exit or abnormal exit? Normal exit. In normal exit, operations are what? Saved. Closing the window is what? Abnormal exit. In abnormal exit, operations are saved or not saved? Not saved. That's all. Okay. So then, what that point here? Then in normal exit, operations are what? Saved. In normal exit, operations are saved. Next. Okay. Normal exit means what? Like normal exit means what? Typing exit command at SQL prompt. In normal exit, operations are saved. In abnormal exit, operations are what? Operations are not saved. What is abnormal exit means? Closing window. Closing SQL plus window. That is abnormal exit. Then okay. Because I've seen so many students, what they do, they create the table, what insert some number of rows. After inserting the number of rows, then they close the window. Okay, na? After inserting some rows, they simply what? Close the window. And they say that, sir, I inserted number of rows, but it is not saved. What is the reason? Closing the window. If you close the window, the data is not saved. Okay, so better type what? Exit. If you want to log out, so better type exit command. Okay, then So how many methods you know at present? Inserting. How many methods you know? Two methods. One is inserting single row, inserting multiple rows. Okay. Then sometimes, suppose a employee joins, and for that employee, job is not fixed, salary is not fixed. Employee just recruited, but job and salaries are not fixed. That means there is no job, there is no salary. I want to insert employees data without job and salary. I want to insert employees data without job and salary because job is not there, salary is not there. Okay. So then when the values are not there, so that values are called what? Null values. Okay. What do you want to insert into job? Blank. What do you want to insert into salary? Blank. So that blank values are called what? Null values. Then how to insert null values? Inserting nulls. Inserting nulls. What is null means? Okay. A null means what? A null means what? Blank or empty. A null means blank or empty. It is not equal to 0 or space. Okay. So a null means blank or empty. It is not equal to 0 or space. Null is not 0. Null is not space. So in examination, getting 0 marks is same as absent for the exam. Is absent for the exam is same as getting 0 marks? No. So 0 is different. Absent is different. So your null means absent. Okay. Then. And how to insert null values? Okay. How to insert nulls? Nulls can be inserted in two ways. Nulls can be inserted in two ways. One is one method. So there are two methods to insert null values. This is one method. Method one. Nulls can be inserted in two ways. One method is this. Okay, then. So what is that is? Insert into EMP values. Insert into EMP values. Then 105. Employee ID is 105. Employee name. Okay. Employee name. Some name. Next one. Some job. Okay. Job is there or not there? Employee recruited, but without job and salary. They said job and salary is fixed later. Then I want to insert null into job, but job is what type? Type means data type. Job is what type? Character type. How to insert null into character column? Open single quotes and close immediately. Open single quotes, close immediately. Don't give space. Space means one character. So open single quotes, immediately close it. What is inserted into job? Null is inserted, comma. Next one, salary. Salary is also not there. Salary is not there. But salary is what type? Salary is what type? Numeric. Numeric. If numeric column, type null. If numeric column, type what? Null. Character column, open single quotes and close immediately. For numeric column, type null. Hide date. Suppose hide date. Hide date is some 18th. Okay. June. Next one. 2000. What's that? 18. Okay. Next one. Department number. Department number is there. 10. So then run this command. After executing this command, a new row is created. But what is inserted into job? What is inserted into job? Null. What is inserted into salary? Null. So let me run this command. So execute this command. One row created. Now see the table. Select star from what? EMP. You see this 105. So see the job. What is job? Null. What is salary? Null. So this is hide date. Understood then? So this is how to insert what's it? Null values. This is one method. Okay. Later you want to change after 1 month. Suppose they said 1 month. After 1 month, they said they will fix it after 1 month. After 1 month, you can change this job. Okay. Na? Here you can insert the value. Here also you can insert the value. How to insert the value? Separate command is there. What is that command? No, not alter. Update. What is the command? Update. I want to change this null value to some value. What is the command? Update. So later, if you want to change the values, you can use update command to change the value. We'll see that. So first we are learning insert. Okay, then that's all. I want to save this, then commit. Okay, so this is one method. Okay, na? So next one more method is there. We'll see that in the next class. Okay, then. But practice these commands. Huh? So create table plus what? Execute insert commands like this. Practice. Huh? Installation. Huh? Oh. You're facing issues, huh? Installation. Huh? Then. So there is a Raju here. Huh? Okay, na? Again, I'll tell him that like any issues are there. That. Huh? Okay, I'll upload the notes. Like I think they created the Google Class. So execute these commands in. You create your own user. Yesterday also I said create your own user. In that user only you practice. Okay, then. So contact admin for Google Class code. Then after installation, create your own account. In that account, you install. See, login. First login. Okay. Then after login, you'll get SQL prompt. After login, you get SQL prompt. It is asking username now. Then give this /sysdba. Then after giving create user, create a user for your practice purpose and use that account every day. Okay, then. Okay, guys. So we'll then. See, Jeevan, to install, like you, please contact admin. Okay, please contact admin. Then for Google Class, for installations, please contact admin. Oh. Yes. Day one, from day one. Okay. Oh. Oh. బట్ బెటర్ విల్ చేస్తాడు అతను అడుగు. ఓకేనా? ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ పిక్ తీసుకుంటే కానీ కరెక్ట్ రావు నీకు, మళ్ళీ నువ్వు టైప్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, కానీ అదే అంటున్నా, బట్ అట్లా చేస్తే నీకు కరెక్ట్ రాకపోవచ్చు అంటున్నాను. దాన్ని వన్ సెకండ్ కాపీ పేస్ట్ చేస్తాను. వన్ సెకండ్. ఓకే, తీసుకోండి. ఓకే, చేసేటట్టుంది, అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను నేను. ఆ, ఆ, ఓకే, వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చేస్తాను నీకు. So issues, please contact admin if you face any installation related issues. Okay, then. Done.